Thank you guys. Thanks for coming. Thanks for being here. We're excited. I know a lot of you have shown up. You got a lot of questions. 2023 is going to be pretty big. We've spent a couple years in the farm system in the minor leagues, but I think we are ready to finally announce our intentions for the draft for 2023 and step up into the majors. So I know you guys have a lot of questions. We'll be addressing all of those after the draft, and of course, we're looking forward to a great 2023 season, and we'll see you guys at the draft.
For the next selection in the 2023 draft, Lurenet selects Matt's Fishin mission.
Oh, thank you, Patrick. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Happy to be a part of the team. Wow, Lurenet. So I know you guys have tons of questions. Let's get right to them.
Hi, Paul, Cincy Fish Dudes. Does this mean that you won't be seeing your old teammates anymore?
Yes. Of course, our old teammates will be a part of the game plan, as always, daily, weekly. They're part of the crew. Over here.
Does this mean you won't be home by 9 p.m.?
There will be some nights where I will be home after dark. Over here.
Do you agree that Lady Gaga's evening gown at the Academy Awards was straight fire or just absolutely deliciously fabulous?
That would be absolute fire. Right here.
Pat's Fish Mission. Listen, we got rumors you might be going overseas this season.
Actually, I did spend a little time with China, so right here with the microphone.
Will you be making a YouTube video anytime soon, or are you just going to be on TikTok all the time making reels for the children?
Technically, this is on YouTube, and Wu-Tang is for the children.
Yeah, we heard you might be abandoning the creeks, get you one of them big old fancy bass boats on them, one of them big old bass legs. What you got to say about that?
No, absolutely not. We will be in the creeks probably more this year than any other year we've ever been in creeks. Right here in the Trilby hat.
Will you be collaborating with the Cincy Fish Dudes anytime soon?
I think this technically is a collaboration. Thanks for your question.
Why you always got me doing stuff like this? I mean, does the press actually wear hats like this anymore? I don't know. You always got me doing some weird shit.
Thank you for the questions, guys. Thank you so much. We will actually cut off all the questions here, and we will see you on the next Fishing Mission. Welcome back, guys. It is good to be back. Hey, it's been a minute, right? It's been a minute. Lots of stuff going on in 2023, and I want to update you guys not only the channel, but everything that's happening with brand deals and who we are partnering with, and just how the channel's moving forward and like taking off this year. And I'm glad you guys could come along and enjoy the ride, watch some fishing, and see some cool stuff happening. So let's start off with the big news. Lurenet, who are they? And what do they want with me? Let's break it down. If you're not familiar with the name Lurenet, you are absolutely going to be familiar with the brands that they have within Lurenet, the companies that they are basically the umbrella for. So let's start right off the top. I know you guys are probably familiar with Arbogast. Arbogast, if most famously, probably has the jitterbug. And if you haven't thrown a jitterbug, it's a classic topwater lure. The hula popper, another great topwater bait. So probably one of the two most famous topwater baits of all time. It has Arbogast in it. And of course, the next brand you've probably heard of, which is Bandit. Bandit's got a whole mess of hard baits. And then we've got Bobby Garland. Bobby Garland is most famously for all their crappie soft baits. And they've got an absolute just truckload of colors and styles within the Bobby Garland collection. And of course, if you're talking crankbaits, you got to go Bomber, the Bomber lures. So Bomber's got crankbaits of all shapes and sizes, just a huge selection. And then going right down the line, you've got Booyah. Now, Booyah is famous for their spinners, but they've got a huge selection of crankbaits, topwaters, spoons, rooster tails, just tons of stuff to choose from. And then you've got Cotton Cordell. Again, just an absolute, just ton of hard baits to pick from in the Cotton Cordell lineup. And then you've got Crappie Pro. Crappie Pro is famous for their jig heads, especially for like soft plastics. And then another brand, Jean LaRue, that's famous for their soft baits. They've got a mix of kind of everything you want. You can fish for bass or crappie or whatever you're looking for. Jean LaRue's got a good mix of soft baits. Next in the lineup is Hedon. So if you've ever heard the name Spook, Hedon made spooks famous. So they've got the Super Spook, the Zara Spook, the Puppy, all kinds of Hedon baits. most famously, my PB was caught on a tiny torpedo. So a tiny torpedo is a topwater bait with a propeller on it, and they've got just an absolute whole mix of different sizes and styles in the propeller baits. So if you've ever heard of Hedon, they are just masters of the topwater game. And then you've got Lindy. I'm not super familiar with Lindy because I don't do a lot of walleye or perch fishing, but if you're looking for a rig up for walleye or perch, Lindy is a brand that's got you covered on that. And in that same breath, Little Joe is also a brand that is famous for their rigs, their pre-made rigs. And then Norman. Norman, of course, is a famous brand for their hard baits, a good selection of cranks and different kind of hard baits for any type of fishing. Arguably, one of the more famous baits across the world is Rebel. A lot of people have used Rebel. I remember, I think one of the first crankbaits I ever bought was a Rebel, and the Crick Hopper. The Crick Hopper. Of course, you got to throw the Crick Hopper. They've got crankbaits, topwater baits, all kinds of poppers and crankbaits and jerkbaits. So Rebel is they've got a big selection. Of course, it's Rebel. Everyone's heard of Rebel. Now, Smithwick, if you are a fan of jerkbaits, you've probably heard of Smithwick. They have got jerkbaits of every kind, whether it's deep diving, suspending, stuff up near the top. They've even got some propeller baits. Smithwick has got you covered on the long style jerkbaits. Now, if you've thrown a spinner at any time in your life, you've probably heard of War Eagle. War Eagle has got the spinner game completely covered, no matter what kind of blade, what size you want to throw. Spinners, it pretty much has it unlocked, and they've got some great topwaters, buzz baits, whatnot. So War Eagle is a pretty famous brand for throwing spinners. And then last but certainly not least, Yum. If I don't know if there's anyone that's been fishing that hasn't heard of a Yum Dinger. Yum Dinger is probably one of the most famous soft plastic baits, stick baits. And then, when I started fishing, I think the Swimmin' Dinger and the Thumpin' Dinger were my absolute two go-tos for throwing any kind of soft plastic. And of course, the Dinger lineup is got you covered. And man, they have got an absolute banger that is going to absolutely roast the creeks for smallmouth. They just came out with a brand new Hellgrammite in the Yum lineup. It's a 3-inch Hellgrammite. It is absolute fire. I can't wait for you guys to see it. So that is an absolute ton of stuff within the whole Lurenet lineup, right? So anything you really want to fish with, they've got it covered. And you may be asking, okay, what does this huge giant brand want with me? The creek guy, the little creek guy, right? I'm not a pro angler. I'm not a bass boat guy. What do they want with me? Well, what they recruited me for was the average angler, the bank and creek guy, the guy who's sitting on the bank or the guy who is in the water with their feet wet, wading up and down the creeks, because that is your average angler in America. And what they want is to show you guys what I do, what we do in the creeks. I mean, what you guys do, what you guys do when they're watching me. And that is the most common type of angling in America, which is what we do, right? We love the same thing. That's why you guys are watching this, right? We're getting in the creeks. We're beating up the rivers, small lakes and ponds, stuff like that. It's the stuff we love to do. And that is what we want to target with Lurenet. Now, specifically, they want me to really help show you guys their bait school lineup, which is their bank and creek bread and butter. So they are doing something that's really fun and unique. They are creating a bank and creek kit, calling it Bait School, and basically including everything you need to get it done inside the creeks and rivers. Bank and Creek Bait School, let's go. And so that's what we're going to try to do this year. Not only just with the Bank and Creek kits, but the whole lineup of what they've got to offer. And with that being said, let's give you a little sneak peek at the first thing I want to show you guys, which is the Bait School Bank and Creek kits. Now, they typically release these in 2-month runs in a limited quantity. And this cycle is the March and April kit, and I want to show you what's inside of it. There it is, it's the Bank and Creek kit. So what's inside here? Well, let's crack it open. I'm going to start off with the War Eagle Finesse spinnerbait. Now, what is exactly a finesse spinnerbait? Well, it is a lighter, smaller spinnerbait that is geared specifically toward your more shallow waters and just a lighter, more finesse presentation. Now, I typically would pair this up with probably a smaller paddle tail, which is in the kit, which I'm going to show you in a minute. And that's this right here. It's the Scottsboro swim bait. It's in a 3-inch profile. Now, I've heard a lot of people rig up A-rigs with this, but this is going to be an absolute banger of a trailer presentation for the Finesse War Eagle. Now, unless you've lived under a rock for the past, 20 years, you've heard of a Yumdinger. Now, the Yumdinger is well, this one exactly is a 5-inch in the color Junebug. And this thing is an absolute banger. And also they've given us some terminal tackle in the kit to rig these up. Now, if you're throwing a stick bait, you know, one of the key presentations is the wacky rig. And so they've included a pack of 1/0 wacky hooks for us to rig up those Yumdingers. Now, that rig up wouldn't be complete without the tool to actually get it done. So they've included a wacky rigging tool, which basically you slide the Yumdinger up in there and then you roll down one of the O-rings right on top, and then the wacky rig is absolutely complete. Ready to go, ready to catch some fish. Now, if you're getting your feet wet in the creeks, you know that a shallow diving square bill crankbait is pretty much one of the go-to baits. And they've included the Norman Speedin' Jr., and this is the, I think it's orange? Yeah, orange belly craw. And that is just an absolute fire color. It mimics a crawl pattern, and this is going to get it done. This is absolutely going to get it done. Small jaws beware. Now, if you're a fan of any kind of jerkbaits at all, you've probably heard of Smithwick, and they've included a Rattlin' Rogue Smithwick crankbait. This is a floating crankbait, so perfect for those shallow creeks that are, you know, 1 to 5 feet deep. You can run it down and then just kind of let it float back up in the water column. If you want to move it nice and slow to give it that top water action. Great for spring. I know here in Ohio, we're probably a few months away, maybe 2 months away from a good spawn action, but you will find some wintering fish with a good solid jerkbait. Last but certainly not least, something very near and dear to my heart, guys. I am so glad that I joined right when they are coming out with the Yum Hellgrammite. You can see the packages open. Yeah, I've already fished with it. I can't wait to show you guys this throughout the year. Hellgrammites are just a fire bait for creeks. Smallmouth eat them up. They live under rocks. They are just bass candy. And this is in color Copper Creek. Dangerous, dangerous. Now, in every kit, you get a bite kit guide, and this is going to give you the lowdown on everything that's in the kit, show you how to rig it, how to use it. You can even scan the QR code for some good how-to videos and posts and blogs about everything that's inside the kit. Also got some artwork inside about the Hellgrammite, limited edition artwork. And we got some sticker swag. This one's a Norman sticker. And don't forget that you get the actual bag itself to keep all this stuff together. You can just zip it up. I throw it in my backpack. Let's hit the water. Guys, I'm excited about Lurenet. I'm excited for the partnership. So far, they have been absolutely just out of this world amazing. Great communicators, just a great group of guys, and man, there is no shortage of products to select from to show you guys what you can get it done with. So I'm excited for all of that, excited for the entire year of what's coming up to just rock out all these great products. Now let's dive into some channel updates. What's been going on with the channel? Matt, I've been seeing you making some posts here and there, some short videos. What's going on with there? Well, I want to be able to give you guys some content, different ways to consume it. So if you are one of those people that loves to scroll through short videos, I got you covered. We are not skipping on the long form videos. I'll of course have those coming out on all the channels as well. And speaking of channels, where can you find Matt's Fishin' Mission? Well, of course, YouTube. You can find me on Rumble. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Fishbrain, and you can find me on TikTok. Those are the current places I am. We might expand that a little bit further throughout the rest of 2023. I don't know, but those are the places you could find me as of this moment. So what did we do with the short content? Well, we took some of our old content, we broke it down into little highlight reels and highlight clips. Let me tell you, it's been doing great for the channel. The channel has actually grown over in YouTube alone, it's grown over 1,000 subscribers. And on TikTok, it's grown another 3,000 subscribers just in the past 30 days. Now, speaking of TikTok, something that I don't think a lot of anglers do a ton of, it is starting to get a little bit more popular, but doing live fishing, fishing in the moment. And I'd like to do something unique on my TikTok live feeds, is where I allow you guys to kind of pick what I'm going to fish with. I'll typically show you guys a mix of 2, 3, 4 baits. I actually had a little 3D tool printed where I show you guys in the moment. I give you guys a selection of like 4 baits, and you guys pick in the moment based on what we're looking at right in front of us. What's right there? You guys get to pick what I fish with and then become invested in the whole adventure. I think it's a fun way to present fishing to you guys and take you on an adventure live on the moment. It's like choose your own adventure, right? It makes it fun. So that's what we'll be doing in the future with live fishing, and I think it's fun. We're gonna do some fun stuff. We're gonna throw in some live giveaways and some only if you're in the live kind of contests and giveaways. So make sure you're over there on TikTok. And I think we might do some on YouTube here and there. But I think most of my live adventures will be over on the TikTok channel. So make sure you follow me on all the socials. It's going to be a fun year. Now, Lurenet is an awesome partner. I can't be more stoked, but that is not the only partnership we made. So you guys have probably seen on my channel for the last 2.5, 3 years that I've used 8 Fans, which is a brand that caters to specifically for wading gear. And I have partnered with them officially to be sponsored by them. And I've shown you guys quite a few different styles of waders. They offer boots. Those are my wading boots, jackets, pants, phone protection. They've got me covered head to toe in my outer gear for everything you need to wade. Now, another great company I've partnered with is Breaking Bass LLC. This guy out of California, Steven, he makes some really unique and awesome soft plastics. Most notably, something called the Hula Grub. It's something I don't think I've ever seen before in as far as like styles of soft plastics. It is a skirted, large style grub. And when I saw it, I was just like, smallmouth? What? I just can't wait. I can't wait to go out and throw this thing for smallmouth. It is going to be absolutely killer. Along with the whole other lineup, we got paddle tails, we've got spade tails, he's got the Hula Grub, and just a host of other soft plastics. I'm super excited to get in the creeks with those soft plastics. Also, my future's bright. Let's put on some shades. Torige Sunglasses has reached out to me to offer a sponsorship, and they're doing something unique. They're going to send me 2 pairs every single month, one to try out and rock in my videos, and then one to give away to you guys every single month. So I'm super stoked about that. Listen, I lose sunglasses like it's my job, and so I don't think there's a more perfect sponsorship than having glasses, because Jen doesn't allow me to buy expensive glasses that are like $200 because they'd be gone in a month. They'd be gone in a month because that's what I do. I just lose sunglasses. So most of Torige's sunglasses are in the $35 to $55 range, which is great. And you guys, of course, get a discount on all these brands that I'm mentioning, which all the links will be down below and all the discount codes will be linked below for every single one of these fantastic brands, guys. I cannot wait. I cannot wait for 2023 to officially get fishing kicked off, which is right around the corner. And listen, I'm still missing my first fish of 2023. Let's remedy that as soon as possible. With that being said, I'm glad you guys stuck around for a little channel update. And hey, are you guys in? I'm in. I'm ready for 2023. You know what? Let's go catch a fish. Let's go catch a fish.